Hello there, this is Timo Kotipelto from Stratovarius and you are watching Rocknlive! I didn't. It was the record label, not me. Don't blame me. Well, I think the reason why record labels want to put EPs like this out is that they are like promoting the album. This is like when the fans see this at the store, they are like, oh shit, there's a new Stratovarius EP, so maybe the album is coming next, which is true, of course. That's why it's just promotional thing, and also, of course, there's something special like there's one song from the new song from the album, but 4 old songs which are remastered. And I know that record labels, they are not making any money with this because it's more money they put on promotion that they are selling this, but it's just for promotional. Also, of course, it's nice when you are like collector, if you want to collect a lot of stuff, and then you buy this as well. No, this album is not like it's not the theme album. There's no one story going through the whole album. It's just we needed a good name for the album, and actually I think it was our guitar player who came up with Nemesis, and that was last summer at Madrid airport. He just suddenly said Nemesis, and then it just stayed, you know. It's a good name for the album. The funny thing is that very often Stratovarius had only one word as an album title, and very often there's 7 letters, but we didn't mean to do it like this, but there's Destiny, Episode, Polaris, Elysium, and now Nemesis. Always 7 letters. I don't know why, but maybe we only know 7 letters, I don't know.
We still keep believing in white and comforting lies.
Basically, it's like we are 4 guys in the band who are composing. The new drummer or the old drummer didn't compose, but Jens is writing lyrics for his songs and Lauri did for his song. Then I wrote some of the song lyrics for Matias' songs. And then there's also a friend of mine, Jani Liimatainen, that I composed 2 of the songs together. So it's like collaboration of different people. But basically, very often it's like this, that everybody's like composing a song and sends the demo to everybody. And then we decide together what songs will be on the album. And then finally, when we have the songs that we are going to record, then we write the final lyrics. So it's cooperation.
When it's our turn, together we stay stronger. We lay still and silent and watch how our world burns for eternity.
We did start last August, middle of August, and we did basically everything else except the keyboards and the vocals. We did in a studio in Helsinki, which is like co-owned by Matias. Vocals were recorded in a cottage or cabin far away from anything else, and then Jens recorded his keyboards in Sweden, so basically it took 3 or 4 months until the album was ready. A lot of work, but
You carry me away tomorrow. We're unbreakable. I hold my breath and wait. This moment.
we like music. I mean, we just love making music and we love performing. So, but this live DVD that was recorded 2011. December in Tampere in Finland. We recorded 1 show because that was one of the last shows with our old drummer, and then record label wanted to like have some you know, like memory from that time period, so it just that's why we recorded back then, and they released it later. But of course, I mean, for us, if you like do a live DVD, it's just one show, you know, and then that's it. Of course, for Matthias it was a little bit more because he mixed it, but for everybody else it's just you play a show and then that's it, you know. Then it comes out later. But when you make some new music, like new album, that's a lot of more work. But yeah, we've been working. Then I also personally I released like acoustic album last October called Blackoustic, so that was a little bit too much work last year. But yeah, definitely. It's like whenever I've been lately composing, I do it in a cabin which is by the lake, you know, in a privacy, and it's like I think Finnish nature is very inspiring to me. But also, what is inspiring is like whenever I travel, like right now I'm in Paris. Of course, everything is inspiring. Whatever you experience in your life, if you just keep your eyes open, you might see something nice, or you meet some people who give you some inspiration. So it's like, it's everything, you know. That's the way it should be, you know. Wow, difficult question. I think maybe it could be one of the songs that I also composed the music for. So I would, if I needed to pick only one song, then I would maybe choose If the Story Is Over. I had this idea for the song 3 years ago already. It's about a writer, an old guy who's been trying to write a book all of his life, but he's never satisfied. So he's like starting the book all over many times, and then when he finally finishes the book, he's so old that when he writes the last lines, then he dies. But hopefully it's not about me, that, you know, when this is done I die. Maybe, of course I die someday, but hopefully not yet. But I think that's a good song. But then of course I also like very many songs from the new album, so I think it's not really probably about me, but I like Halcyon Days. Well, actually the lyrics are about me, because I wrote them. So it's about trying to find some peace of mind, you know, because in a modern hectic world when there's like, it's so stupid that you need to be connected every day by email, so somebody's calling you, you are checking news, and you know, if there's something on Facebook, oh shit, I'm missing something. So I want to have a break, and that's what Halcyon Days is about. It's like old legend about like there was like storms raging on, but then there was like 7 days of calm and peace on the ocean, when it's a bird called Halcyon, when they were nesting, when they were like making new birds, so it was like peaceful time. So also that song is like very important. Yes, we will be here, I think, at the end of March. Of course, I don't have the dates here, but we're gonna play, I think, at least Lyon and Paris, if I remember. And this time it's gonna be very important to me, because last time when we were here with Halloween, I couldn't sing at all. I had to cancel those shows, because 2 weeks earlier, Christmas time, I got some very bad bacteria from the tour, from the bad food, so I lost my voice completely. So this time it's gonna be great to be back here and rock you guys, so it's very important. The problem is that on this album there's almost all of the songs are so good that they should be played live. I actually believe this. So I think when we were touring with the last 2 albums, it was like sort of easy to choose 2 or 3 songs that we can play. But this time I can easily say that we could play maybe 9 songs, or at least 8 songs from this album. So it's gonna be very difficult, and I think we're gonna play only 75 minutes on the next tour. So if we play most of the songs from this album, then we can play any old songs. So very difficult, but let's see what it will be. So I don't know yet. I'm trying, yeah, but it was very difficult because how to say it? I have like maybe 3 octaves that I can use, and then suddenly that was like 1.5. More than half of my voice was gone, so I couldn't sing anything basically, and I didn't know what it was, and it took so much time to get it back. But of course, when I'm singing, sometimes I warm up a little bit, sometimes a little bit more. But also what is very important for a singer is to get enough sleep and water. Sleep, water, not too much alcohol. A little bit is okay, but not too much. And then you have to, of course, eat healthy. But sleeping, that's very important, because if you are tired, it's not so easy to sing. Then, of course, it helps if you have technique. This time it's gonna be very important for me to come back to France, because as some of you might know, last time I couldn't really sing because I was very sick and I had to cancel both the shows here. So this time we have a new drummer, and I think I have a new voice, at least I have something left again. So it's gonna be lots of fun to play in France. Come to see us playing live, and hopefully you like the new album. So thanks a lot for all the support.